Hi, we're Nova Kitchen Company. Come and have a factory tour with us. So this is the first part of your kitchen process. The boards come in, big sheets from Egger, which is a premium board, it's MFC. This particular machine then moves the boards along onto the CNC bed. That's where all the holes are drilled where they need to be. And then each panel is cut individually. At the minute, the machine's just putting the stickers on for where the panels are going to be cut. And then it moves on to the next section. So this is a finished product of this machine, where each hole's been drilled for shelves or the construction of the cabinet, and each panel has been cut, and it's got its own sticker on to identify who it is and where it needs to go. So from this stage, it's a bare edge, and we move across to the edge banders. And what the edge banders do is it puts a premium PVC or ABS edging all the way around the outside, which is then all trimmed nicely, as you can see, and you'll be able to see all of that running through the machine in a minute. So this is the end of that process, where the sides that need to be edged have been edged. It's on the trolley, it can be moved across for the lads to start putting it together so it looks more like a kitchen cabinet. So from the edge banding section, this is where it comes up on the trolley, all ready to go. There's stickers on everything, so our skilled chaps here know exactly what parts go together properly, and that's basically it. They're putting it all together, double checking it, a bit of quality control before we move on to the next section, which is where internals such as your drawer boxes, your larders, your bins, anything like that are then added alongside. So this is the next stage where a bit more magic happens. The doors and the cabinets don't come separate from us, they actually come hung. So there's a final inspection on the doors themselves. We then hang the doors onto the actual cabinets. This one's got a pull-out wire working, so we fit all of that ready to go. Also things like drawer boxes which are being put together, pull out for bins before it goes on to the next stage. So our cabinets are what's called glue and dowel, and basically what that means is there's no actual fixings on show. So you get your cheaper kitchens, there's what's called a cam, a little silvery dime, and that's what you turn to engage and actually hold the unit together. With ourselves, it's a glued construction, so everything's nice and concealed, and what this machine does is basically presses it in place, lets the glue go off, and then it keeps that size absolutely perfect. So if you guys choose a painted finish door, this is where it'll go to. It's a custom spray booth. All the colours are made individually. Most of them you've got a good selection of between 6 and 8 colours, but we can also paint to pretty much any colour using a RAL selection. Last part of the process, packaging. Everything is super packaged. We have protective corners, the cellophane wrapping, the cardboarding. We haven't got a kitchen being wrapped at the minute, but as you'll see, everything's all then ready to go out in the bays, direct out to our customers. So whilst we're here in the factory, may as well have a look at a few useful design features that we tend to do on the cabinets. So here, for instance, this is what's called a blind corner unit. This is one of your cabinets that sit in the corner, and you have a door on here. With this blank, we actually step it forward 2 millimeters. The 2 millimeters represents the door gap that you'd normally have, then with a buffer on the other end. So instead of having to set out with that 2 millimeter gap, we already account for it, and you can put your corner post straight to it. This next to it then is a sink unit. So instead of a top strap, we have this aluminium sink rail. So you're not having to cut out for the bowl itself, nice and strong. We have the lower back as well. So that back is lower by 200 millimeters. And then at the bottom, we've got an aluminium sink lining. So any leaks, it's not going to go into the corners and start bursting the cabinet. So we think about lots of little design features with the cabinetry. So another one, for example, is this cabinet is for a venting hob. So venting hobs, they're really deep, but you still want to have functionality of the cabinet. So you still have the drawers, and then you've also got the cavity at the back for the really chunky venting, which goes down and either recirculates or goes out the wall. Just another forward-thinking item that the fitter's not having to retrofit to get that perfect fit and finish.